You may already identify with one of these leading ladies, but what does your horoscope say? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be asking which rom-com character you are based on your sign. For this list, we'll be looking at every astrological sign and matching them up with some of our favorite characters from romantic comedies. Number 12, Pisces, Buttercup, the Princess Bride.
Wesley and I are joined by the bonds of love, and you cannot track that, not with 1,000 bloodhounds. And you cannot break it, not with 1,000 swords.
If you're a Pisces, you're truly a romantic at heart, and that's why we think you probably relate to the dreamy Buttercup from The Princess Bride most. You likely long to escape into a fantasy world, so the Kingdom of Florin is a great pick. Pisces can tend to be a little bit emotional, and the comically dramatic tone of this film probably suits you perfectly.
You can die too for all I care.
Oh. As you wish.
Oh, my sweet Wesley, what have I done? Ow! Oh!
Buttercup exemplifies the classic Pisces qualities of empathy and generosity, just like you do. Number 11, Aquarius, Mary Fiore.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm great.
While Aquarians can be known for having their heads in the clouds, they're simultaneously recognized for their ambition when it comes to something they're passionate about.
You know those who can't do teach, those who can't wed, plan.
And who better displays these dual qualities than Mary from The Wedding Planner?
I can treat that jackass like any other faceless groom. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Why? Because he's nothing. Because I love a challenge. And because I'm a goddamn professional!
Yes, she might be a little bit idealistic and have an overly romantic idea of how love stories go, but hey, she does end up with her own happily ever after. Number 10, Capricorn, Katarina Kat Stratford. Capricorns are known for having their feet planted firmly on Earth, and for refusing to indulge any fanciful notions about love.
Romantic? Hemingway? He was an abusive alcoholic misogynist who squandered half his life hanging around Picasso trying to nail his leftovers.
They probably instantly relate to Kat Stratford from 10 Things I Hate About You, who shows us from the very beginning that she is certainly not the kind of girl who wastes her time worrying about relationships, or anything else that teenage girls are typically interested in.
Well, maybe you're not afraid of me, but I'm sure you've thought about me naked, huh?
Am I that transparent? I want you. I need you. Oh baby, oh baby.
She marches to the beat of her own drum, and so do you. Number 9, Sagittarius, Rachel Chu.
Self-made woman. She must be so proud of you.
Well, she knows that I'm passionate about what I do, and she's always wanted that for me.
Another star sign known for their independence are the Sagittarians. We're guessing that they probably felt a kinship with Rachel from Crazy Rich Asians because of her tendency to stand up for what she believes in, even if it means dealing with a little conflict.
Where she's like coming at me and like thinking I'm gonna swerve like a chicken.
But you can't swerve.
I'm not gonna swerve, not for her.
No, chickens are bitches, dude.
And I'm not a chicken.
Rachel is lovable and sweet, but underneath the surface, she clearly has a no-nonsense streak that dominates when she feels like the things that are important to her are being threatened. Just like a Sagittarius.
I'm not leaving because I'm scared. Or because I think I'm not enough. Because maybe for the first time in my life, I know I am.
Number 8, Scorpio, Maria Elena.
I wanted to know who was really sharing the bed of my ex-husband.
What?
Who knew what I would find there? How could I be sure you were not going to hurt me? After all, I have thoughts of killing you.
Romance in Vicky Cristina Barcelona is anything but simple. And right at the center of all the mayhem is Maria Elena, a complex depiction of a Scorpio.
En todas las mujeres.
No, eso no es verdad, Marilena.
While her ex-husband Juan Antonio moves on with other women, he'll drop everything for her, even though there always seemed to be something missing when they were together. When it seems like Cristina is that missing piece, Maria Elena's emotional intricacies are on full display, showing in full force the dangerous, fiery passion and stubbornness Scorpios are capable of.
Before you, we used to cause each other so much pain, so much suffering. Without you, all this would not be possible. You know why? Because you are the missing ingredient.
Number 7, Libra, Kathleen Kelly.
I lead a small life. Well, valuable but small. And sometimes I wonder, do I do it because I like it? Or because I haven't been brave.
Libras are often praised for their tendency to stand up for the underdog in any given situation, and that's a concept that's behind the plot of 1998's You've Got Mail. Protagonist Kathleen runs an independent bookstore that begins to struggle as a big chain store moves into the neighborhood.
And it wasn't that she was just selling books, it was that she was helping people become whoever it was they were going to turn out to be. Because when you read a book as a child, it becomes part of your identity in a way that no other reading in your whole life does, and I have gotten carried away.
She does everything in her power to save her family's legacy, showing off the classic Libra interest in justice. Her idealism is what makes her who she is, which is something all Libras can probably identify with.
Oh, but what is so wrong with being personal anyway?
Nothing.
Because whatever else anything is, it ought to begin by being personal.
Number 6. Virgo, Elle Chu. Sometimes rom-coms are just as much about learning to love yourself as someone else.
We never really thought about the oppression of fitting in before. The good thing about being different is that no one expects you to be like them.
When we meet small-town Ellie, she has her routine planned out. She writes papers for other students, takes care of her father, and ticks off every box. But part of her day-to-day is also not putting herself out there.
6 different takes on Play-Doh. Impressive.
Just the one.
That's what I tell the bartender.
How come you never turn me in?
And have to read the actual essays they'd write.
The action kicks off when Ellie helps the smitten Paul correspond with Aster, who Ellie harbors feelings for. While Ellie herself says this isn't a love story, the beauty of the half of it is that it's only a part of her life. The beginning of Ellie taking bolder strokes.
Love is being willing to ruin your good painting for the chance at a great one.
Somehow we think Ellie and another Netflix leading lady and Virgo, Laura Jean from To All the Boys I've Loved Before, could exchange notes on love letters. Number 5. Leo, Cher Horowitz. As if Cher Horowitz could be anything but a Leo.
As if!
Despite her best intentions, she thinks the world revolves around her and has a little bit of trouble seeing past her immediate surroundings.
Want to practice parking?
What's the point? Everywhere you go has valet.
But Leos aren't only renowned for loving to be the center of attention. They're also recognized for their generosity and their tendency to want to help those around them, which is something Cher can't help herself from doing, whether people like it or not.
And even though I was alone, I was really happy for Ty. It's like that book I read in 9th grade that said, "'Tis a far, far better thing doing stuff for other people."
Number 4. Cancer, Monica Wright. Cancers are largely characterized by their trait of being a little bit sensitive and feeling their emotions very strongly.
You suck!
Too shy. Sit down and shut up.
Well, from a very young age, Monica has had a deep love for basketball, but also a desire to prove herself, with obstacles coming up every way she turns. While Cancers are extremely loyal, Monica spends most of love and basketball trying to figure out where her loyalties lie, especially when her feelings for childhood friend Quincy seem to be in conflict with where she wants to get professionally.
If I stayed, I wouldn't be starting.
Or at least you got your priorities straight.
I never asked you to choose.
You never have to.
I'm a ball player.
Ultimately, she finds, though, that being loyal to herself means not having to choose between the two. Number 3. Gemini, Elle Woods. For most of the characters who appear on our list, we're guessing at the signs we think they exemplify. But Elle Woods tells us clearly that she and Bruiser are both Geminis.
Hi, I'm Elle Woods, and this is Bruiser Woods. And we're both Gemini vegetarians. I have a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising from CULA, and I was a Zeta Lambda Nu sweetheart.
People born under this star sign are known for being outgoing and always being willing to try something new. These are qualities that Elle shows in spades in Legally Blonde when she applies to Harvard Law School, despite it not exactly being her area of expertise.
I feel comfortable using legal jargon in everyday life. I object.
Geminis are also known for their intelligence, which Elle shows off at many points throughout the film.
Elle, how did you know that Chutney was lying?
Because she's brilliant, of course. The rules of hair care are simple and finite. Any Cosmo girl would have known.
Number 2. Taurus, Lauren Harris. Now, it could be easy to boil down a Taurus's personality to stubborn. And Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, says that there's no perfect man, so compromise is key. Try telling that to a Taurus.
I don't need some bald-headed man on a book telling me that I am strong and independent, honey. That's a given.
But you forgot lonely.
You are a bitch.
You're too strong, Lauren.
There's no such thing as too strong.
As each storyline shows the different types of people in a couple, it becomes clear that no one is going to tell Lauren what to do or who to be except her, which keeps everyone at a distance.
I just believe you can make any dream come true if you're willing to work hard enough to get it.
Lauren has spent so much of her life planning it out. The perfect job, the perfect 6'6" 6-figure guy, and while her devotion to her dreams gets her far, she realizes that perfect might not look how she thought.
What I need is a man who makes me feel like I'm special. I don't care about his title, and I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what kind of car you drive. I need you.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Aries, Torrance Shipman. Of all the star signs, the one with the most competitive nature has to be the Aries. And who better to embody this zodiac than Torrance from Bring It On?
Brittany, this is not a democracy, it's a cheerocracy. I'm sorry, but I'm overruling you.
As a competitive cheerleader, she's willing to do just about anything to become captain of her team and to take home the top prize.
What are you talking about? They don't go, we win. Once again, we're the best.
I define best as competing against the best there is out there and beating them. They have to go.
Perhaps it was her Aries optimism that let her miss the fact that the routines she was using were stolen. But of course, in the end, she made the decision to do the right thing, like we'd hope any Aries would.
So, second place? How's it feel?
Feels like first.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.